In this video tutorial, I'm teaching you how to make my roasted peanut caramels. It's a delicious chewy caramel with the crunch and flavour of the peanuts inside. For this caramel, the first step should be the caramelized peanuts. I'm using raw peanuts, but you can use any raw nut that you like. We're sugar coating the peanuts first, which seals them beautifully and also helps contain the oil in the nut. So to do that, we place water and sugar into a saucepan. We heat that until the sugar's dissolved. Now that the sugar is fully dissolved, I'm adding the peanuts in. Just give that a stir. Make sure the peanuts are fully coated. Then we strain off the excess syrup. Discard any excess syrup. We do place the nuts down onto a lined tray. Spread the peanuts out. Sprinkle some sea salt on top. Bake this at 160 degrees Celsius for approximately 15 minutes. What I do recommend is, because the nuts aren't spread evenly, because they're all uneven shapes, is that every 5 minutes you just go through the nuts to rotate them so that they roast evenly. You want them to be a golden brown color all the way through. So take one out, chop it in half, and make sure that it's roasted right the way through to the center. Then they're ready to come out of the oven and cool them completely. Before we start the caramel, we need to join individual frames to stack them up so that it will actually hold the caramel. Now, if you don't have these frames, you can use a baking dish. Grease the baking dish with vegetable oil and then line it with baking paper. This recipe uses 7 medium frames. If you want to double the recipe, it will make 7 large frames. If you want to half this quantity, it'll make 7 small frames. First, to start with the caramel, you need to boil the cream. Add the vanilla into the cream. Now that the cream's come to the boil, I'm going to set it aside. You want the cream to be as hot as possible when we add it into the caramel base. You can see that I've got the peanuts here, which are cooled and they're coated in the sugar, which gives them a beautiful flavor and texture. First thing you're going to do is make sure you've got a large enough pot, because this does rise up quite a bit before it drops down. We place water, glucose, and sugar in the pot, and we're going to heat that to 145 degrees Celsius. We're using a liquid glucose. If you can't get liquid glucose, you can use a light corn syrup. Glucose is less sweet than sugar, and the reason we use it in this recipe is, one, to stop the sugar once we've dissolved it recrystallizing, which is what glucose is brewing at. The other thing we add it for is for the elasticity in the recipe. So I'm going to add that in. We're going to boil this to 145 degrees Celsius, and then we're going to add in some sea salt, butter, and honey, followed by the cream. And this is the really essential part. The next part is we're actually going to cook the mixture to 120 degrees Celsius. Now, I tried this recipe at 119 degrees, and I tried it at 120 and 121 degrees. 119 degrees was a little bit soft, so when you cut it, it sort of joined back together again. 121 degrees Celsius was really a little bit too firm to cut. Any higher than that, and the caramel will actually crack when you go to cut it. So it is a very small bracket of temperature in which you need to be in, and we're going for exactly 120 degrees Celsius. The idea is, once we've added the honey, butter, and salt, and then we add the cream, that we keep it boiling. So at no stage once we start this cooking do we actually turn it off. Reach 120, adding in the peanuts. Turn the stove off immediately. Take the whisk out. Open it up if you need to get rid of the peanuts. And then we scrape this into the frame. The peanuts should mix the whole way through, but if you find you've got clumps of peanuts in one area, just move them around so they're a little bit more evenly distributed. And while it's still hot, as quickly as you can, push it into all the corners of the frame. This now cools at room temperature before we're ready to cut it, which will probably take at least 2 hours. Don't put it in the fridge at any stage, because it will absorb moisture from the atmosphere in the fridge, and it can make the caramel start to dissolve quite quickly. The caramel has cooled down completely. We can now cut it. So I'm just removing the frames. Transfer this onto a chopping board. I'm just going to slightly oil the chopping board first. And I've got a little cloth under the chopping board so it doesn't slip. Oil the knife. And then we trim the edge of the caramel. Keep oiling your knife as needed. Oiling the knife ensures that it's not going to stick at all to the caramel. You can cut this, a classic way of using a ruler and measuring it. I have a cutting grid, so I'm going to use it. But before I lay the cutting grid on, I'm just going to oil it, otherwise it will stick to the caramel. So I'm just going to oil the cutting grid. Even though we've oiled it, you still don't want to press it into the surface too much, but we certainly don't want it to stick. Now there's a little gap, which is 2 millimeters for each marker. So you need to decide if you're going to go to the right of that gap or the left. So I'm going to go to the right. And I'm just going to mark it at this stage with a knife. Now that I've marked it, I'm going to cut through using those lines as a guide. Keep oiling your knife as you go. Then we cut in the other direction to make individual squares. You can really cut these any shape or size that you want. I'm placing these directly onto a plate. To seal them completely, you can also coat them in chocolate. The peanut caramel is a confectionery product that is hard to pass by. What I love about it is you can change the consistency of the caramel just by altering the temperature you cook the caramel to. You can also interchange the nuts that you've used in this recipe, although I do think the peanuts work perfectly.